Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mickey Mania. I am Sparkover. Unfortunately, I'm a wee bit sick, so I have Elrock here with me to help with the commentary. So thank you very much for
Hello.
joining me.
Absolutely. Watch this game a time or two, or 100. So, we're getting into some Mickey Mania today. Tell us what we can expect.
So we're going to go through a journey through the different cartoons made from different um, Disney creations over the years.
Hmm. Most of which start back to prior to the 1950s up until as recently as 1990, which was not long before this game was released. I think this game was 95, I want to say, or thereabouts.
I think it
94,
was a
95
little
ish.
earlier, but something in there, yeah. So the cartoons actually go from Steamboat Willie, 1928, up until the 1990s with The Prince and the Pauper.
Yeah. Saw
Alright.
that in theaters too.
So
Movie's awesome.
I think we're about ready to start just about now. So time will start as soon as I hit the go button here. So 3, 2, 1, go.
And away we go.
So right off, we want to skip that little cutscene, and then we have this loading screen, and then
This
the
is something
action
you're going to see
starts.
before every single room, so get used to it. SNES wasn't the best at being able to process memory for this game, but they make up for that by having a lot of really peculiar holes in this game. One of which we're about to see right about here. Here we have the kitty. Here we go, boop on the kitty, and we skip the first room. Simple as that.
So what
Move
you're
us on
pretty
to our
much
next room.
so
Now,
what you're
this is
pretty much
actually
doing there
something.
is sorry, go ahead.
No, Bommy, it's your run. You talk.
You're overloading the sprites, and so what they did was put in a warp screen that will essentially say that you can go forward or backward at that point. And obviously you're speedrunning, so you just want to mash B and hit forward.
Correct. You've got supposedly one in every single room, but they haven't all been discovered yet. That one was, I believe, the first one was discovered and it's still the most utilized. So for this room here, we've got some fairly basic. We've got a mini boss here, the Steamboat Willie version of Pete, because I don't do Freudisms. Gonna knock him on his back, bounce up all the way over here to these windows, and got some platforming coming up here. Gonna chase down that box.
Yeah, I missed my cycle unfortunately, but not a huge problem.
And we move on to our boss, which is just a bunch of gears. Almost had it on the left side. Not quite gonna have to get the springs in there.
Oh dear me.
That didn't hit from off screen. I disagree.
Well, I took a death on the first boss. That's a little embarrassing.
Still in there. Upside is now you get full health.
Yes, but because we didn't get the rocket ship, I have to start from the beginning of this level again.
No.
So, apologies. Hopefully that's the worst thing that happens. Oh dear me, and I missed that. So one thing I really like about this level is that it starts out in black and white, and then as you progress, it slowly starts to add some color. So that's a pretty interesting feature I like.
It's a cool facet for sure. I honestly think for this era, this was maybe the most visually appealing Disney game released. The opinions are going to wildly vary there, but this game really was something special in terms of what they were trying to do with it. Just the way the backgrounds pan to work their way into the foreground objects is just it's pretty great. As you pointed out, that's another cool one too. The fade in the color is just awesome. Tale as old as time. Give it a second go around here. Not having it this time. It's just like, nope, just go wait for the spring. We'll get this.
So just need one little springboard, and then we've got it.
Get our next attempt here. Where we at, game? Come on, drop it for us. There we go. Nice fight. Move on here to the next stage based on a cartoon that I was familiar with as a lad, but I don't think I ever got to check out. It was called The Mad Doctor. I definitely recognize the character known as the Mad Doctor, though. We'll be seeing him shortly. Good Castlevania style intro here. First, we get to see everybody's favorite enemy in the bats. This room is pretty straightforward. A lot of what you do is intentional damage to the bones. Because when you kill skeletons, they scatter and go everywhere, and still have additional hitboxes. But made sure quick work of the room. Good stuff there, Spark.
So this level that I'm approaching now has some zips that you can do to totally skip them in the Super Famicom version. But because I do not have that one, we are just going to be playing through it.
It's fairly simple regardless, just off the vine swinging. Avoid the bones. Maybe take some damage, maybe not. Should be some safety stars here in this room though, but nope, gonna take the tube. If I remember correctly, this is the mine cart, is it not? Yes, it is. I was right. Also a warp here. We'll see if Spark's able to get it. Nice. Nice shot there. And there's another room here.
Ooh.
Not allowed to stay here either. It's another, it's unfortunate. It's another vine swinging room. We're just going to be swinging ropes to get from one end to the other. This is another room where there's some major zips applicable to it in the Super Famicom version. But the Super NES version will just be business as usual. Platforming, full movement, get some stars for health.
I'm about 50-50 on whether or not I get through that room clean or not, so just unfortunately entering it with no extra damage did cause me to die, but...
It's just Hitbox City. That room was always hard, which is why the zip was a bit of a godsend for that room. On to what I believe is our first auto-scroll of the game, of many. We got this elevator section here. Have to take care of these skeleton enemies, and of course they're going to try to pin you in with their own hitboxes once they shatter. But with proper movement and proper dodging, this shouldn't be an issue for her at all.
Yeah, this one is pretty straightforward.
The real speed strat here is just making sure that you can deal with the skeletons before you reach a stopping point.
Yeah, otherwise they shimmy around a little bit and then throw their head at you, so that does take a little longer.
It's know where you want to be, that's for sure. Good stuff there on the elevator. On to the last room of the stage. For those unfamiliar with science, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to do some science.
I love
Mixing
science.
some colors. Science is great. Blast off with a rocket. For those that don't know, this is how we color mix. We're going to be dropping these vials of colors in here. I always thought, even when I played this when I was, 11 or 12 or so, which is aging myself completely, I always thought this was just such a weird thing to have. Like, why? How is this color mixing working? Like, I don't even get it. Why is this even a thing? Why can't they just open the door? Like, if you're gonna put a puzzle in there and make it somewhat challenging, this was just kind of like, why is this weird? But either way, nitpicking. We'll move on here to our boss, the aforementioned Mad Doctor. This is essentially just a fight.
So I'm probably going to take a death here just because I got the rocket ship, which makes you respawn a lot faster than if you don't. That way I will have the option to refill my health again with the stars right above me before I get into the next level.
There's death there. It's such a weird transition to rocket ship though, because it literally puts you right back in the fight. It's not like we're at the start or anything. Here you go. Here's where you were. Here's what you are. 8 hits later, that's going to move us on.
And we saved Pluto.
Because everybody loves Pluto. And on to what I believe is the shortest stage in the game. Here we have one, some may be familiar with, called Moose Hunters. I had not heard of it prior to this game. Got 2 rooms. Pluto's with us this time because we just saved him. He's going to frolic with us through all this falling debris. How he doesn't have to avoid all this is completely beyond me. Pluto's just, forever iframes.
He's a trooper.
He's the character you want to unlock to be able to play as. I would totally play as Pluto in this game with all these iframes. Are you kidding me? He doesn't have to worry about mooses, branches, or falling rocks. He is just so carefree.
So taking damage isn't necessarily bad here, but what you want to avoid is just getting squished by the animations that cause you to fall and, waste a second by not being able to move at all.
Nice jump there at the end. onto the second room of the stage, which is the boss level and also a Mode 7 auto. I'll be honest, when I first saw this as a youth, I was kind of enamored. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool to see. And of course, apples make you run faster, because everybody runs faster with apples. The
Gotta
real
carve
trick
up.
here is you don't want to land on the water because it slows you down. Like, it actually slows down your run speed quite a bit. Of course, don't hit the rocks either. That's just taking a hit, and it slows you down significantly. Love Mickey's running animation, too. If you land on water, you have a short frame window where you can jump right out of it and not get slowed down, which is pretty awesome. Just gotta time the jump right. There you go. Just like that.
Yeah, I loved that stage as a kid. It was probably one of my favorites. And then I grew up, and of course I was like, oh, but this is an auto-scroller. What was I thinking?
Yeah, I'm an adult now. I don't need to. I want to play games where I can do stuff. I'm kidding. Nah, this game's sweet. On the Lonesome Ghost, another one I wasn't. This one, I believe, is most notorious for having some of the most unusual platforms you'll ever see in your life. First room is the definition is straightforward. You fall down on this raft and you're out of there. Very much an excuse for a screen ban and a load screen, of course. Aforementioned platforms that I was talking about, you've got these stairs that turn into ramps. And what's unfortunate is there's no really good timing to this. You'd think that, you'd think that they could allow players who are good enough to be able to jump right on the platform and then just immediately jump out to get away with it. But no. As soon as the game recognizes that you have collision detection with the platform, it just immediately turns into a ramp and you just get the sliding animation. It's not my favorite thing, but it's just part of the game. I felt like it was kind of just included as an intentional troll, and it probably was. Of course, you have these ghosts that are haunting you too. Spark takes some safety there and ducks behind the other guy.
I actually just did get one of the skips, though, so I'm kind of proud of that.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm inconsistent at it, but every so often, I'm good at getting that last one at least. I don't know about the other first two.
Marathon's the time to hit it, of course.
Definitely, must show off.
Here. This is essentially Yoku blocks. We're scaling up here through the vertical corridor. Easy stuff. Just gotta be patient, which is why I'm terrible at this game. Spark is awesome at it. There's more patience and stuff like this than I'll ever have. Then I'll complete the room. The third room we've got here, it's another climb, but it's more of a side-scrolling one. There's not a whole lot of platforming aside from the table that you have to push. Of course, we're going to load the barrel and get soaking wet.
It's another one of those, not really a boss stage. There is no final big bad.
They just make you endure all this nonsense. Like, your final boss is a big bed of H2O. Enjoy yourself. Get the rocket ship. Okay, so for this section, to be perfectly real, there's not a great amount of speed tech through here. Damage boost like crazy, which is exactly what Spark's gonna do. You see, like, while you're pushing the table, they do get to hit you with bats or walk into you, and you're just gonna take damage galore. The upside being that you're moving faster, but unfortunately the table has to go with you. There's no awesome jump boost you can hit to just propel yourself up to that platform that you need. This last room, we've got a shaky bridge that lowers based on a pattern. I mean, it's not random. It actually will move based on how long it's been waited out. Let that last guy despawn. We found our next Mickey. Which I should go over here is actually the goal of this game. What you're doing is you're traversing yourself to these different cartoons to find different versions of Mickey and rescue them. With the exception, I guess, of the Mad Doctor where you had to find Pluto. On the Mickey and the Beanstalk, which is very much a casual gatekeeper. This is the level I could never beat. And still haven't to this day. Like, this level just always wrecks me. Spark's gonna be able to show off all kinds of cool stuff, though. These seed sprouts are just obnoxious. I was never a fan of these guys. Get to water our plant. This is actually a cool way to make a platform. I don't know if it's ingenuitive or not, but I guess I can think of worse. Move on up here through our leaves. There's also a really cool trick you can do in this stage called Dragonfly Skip. I don't think Spark's gonna go for it here. She's been fairly inconsistent at it in the past, and it's a fairly hard thing to do, but it'll be something to be worked on in the future for sure. But she made it across the bed of leaves and
Yeah,
on through the bugs.
in the hope of marathon safety, I decided skipping that would be a good thing, because I think I've only been able to hit it once or twice, so...
It's an awesome trick to see, but it's very punishing if you miss it, because with one wrong jump, you just fall to death, and it's not good. No one wants that. Another underground level here. Simple routing. No cool wall zips or anything. We're just gonna go find... I can't remember, is it a switch? Is it a specific character? I know there's a room you have to go to where you have to find a thing to turn to move. There's the button, that's right. You hit the button, you go back down, you find the giant spider, and...
Yeah, that giant purple spider that you only hopefully see for half a second will kill you in one hit, no matter your health, so you want to avoid that, get on the ladybug and get out of there as fast as possible.
It's the boulder in Indiana Jones. Don't mess with it. Do not mess with it. Very short room here on our way to the last section. Here we have platforms, because pressing buttons gives you platforms in this game a lot. Very short room though. Does have one of my favorite platform sequences though, when you're winding your way up this rope.
Yeah, that rope is pretty neat. I remember as a child that was one of the coolest things as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan as well. This will technically be our boss room. Anyone who's not hungry after seeing this, but not human. I mean, look at all this delicious looking stuff. You got cheese, you got cupcakes. A lot of tea if you're feeling for it. And they're, I guess that's bland. I'm actually not sure, custard of some kind. And they're rolling around these oranges. How can you not be hungry after this? This looks so good.
In the Super Famicom,
very simple stage.
In the Super Famicom version of this, actually, there is Pluto running around on a plate, but he never appeared in the English release.
I always found that kind of weird. There are bugs on the food, yeah. All right, on to our last room. Last stage, I should say. This is by far the longest in the game. It's got 6 rooms. It's the aforementioned Prince and the Pauper. Actually, quite a bit going on with this room. First room here, we're trying to get up to these chandeliers. Just revolve back and forth. Really, the only thing to do is just make sure you avoid taking damage, because we will need to gain the extra life here coming up in the next couple of rooms. The switch for the rocket. These guys are kind of jerks. I believe some of them you can't even run. But the ones that have crossbows, I know you can hit them, but they only suffer hit stun, and they actually recover from it fairly fast. So you have to, if you hit them with the intention of bypassing them, you have to be really quick with that. Good job on the safety health there. Bounce the net guy, getting to turn around. Shout outs to the knife guys too. I love how if you hit them with one of your ball bearings, they it just shows their underwear. I always thought that was a neat little animation touch.
I don't quite understand the logistics of how that works, but hey, it's a fun little touch.
What it is. Here we are. This room here, essentially more of the same what we saw in the previous room, which is going to be a bit shorter.
I'm generally a little braver in this room, but because I only had 2 hits, or rather 1 hit before I would die, I just went for safety strats and killing those guys when usually I would run through them.
Yeah, with a low amount of health, it's a lot riskier. Good stuff though there, clearing the room. Now we have one of my personal favorite strats in this game. It's the duck jump.
I'll do my best.
Can she get it? Will she get it? Donald, be with us, please. Yes! Awesome stuff there in the duck jump.
I went with the no spoiler reaction just for you.
I don't believe I mentioned this either. Shout outs to the music in this game, in particular this level. I love the song. Something about the horns just sounds awesome.
So I made a small little mistake there. I might have to be okay. We got up to the stars, so we're safe again.
This part always aggravated me. Seeing it, like you've got these hitbox. I mean, I guess you call them stars. These little hitboxes that just basically move around and try to make life miserable for you. No,
Oh!
Don't do it. Yeah, that was timely for sure. And it'll spawn us right before this, and we can just iframes our way all the way through that. Great stuff there for Spark. If you're gonna
Pretty
take
much.
a death, there's certainly worse places to take it than that.
Yeah, the important part I find with this stage is just to remember you're going to respawn like exactly where your feet last touch the ground. So you can platform through that, land on the platforms that fall and on the guys' heads, and you can get sent back a far away if you don't remember to put your feet on the ground. So, thankfully I was able to do that at least.
Move the rock over to the button there.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Do those things respawn?
They do
Or
not.
you're just gonna take some damage going through here. I found the prince after finding the popper. For this next room, mostly just going to be running up some stairs, avoiding the barrels. It's actually a cool stage to see, though. It's more or less just rotoscope around a single object.
This was probably my favorite level as a child, but it was also the last one that I was ever able to beat consistently, because the next one is a doozy. There is a skip in it, which I will be trying to do, but of course as a kid, I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, the last room before the final boss is definitely a wall, that's for sure.
Yeah. So for the final skip, for the final skip, I usually like to have a hit available because it just makes the skip easier to do. I'm going to try and do it damageless, but if I don't get it, I'm probably just going to die and try again because I've got some spare lives and I'd rather try and show it off just for fun.
I definitely could know that. Yo, this is just such a cool level to look at. I just love watching this level. It's so neat. Like, for 1994, for the SNES, this was kind of breathtaking. Cylindrical! Big old cylindrical. To the door, very nice. No hits there. Did all that with 0 health. Definitely approved. Great stuff. And as Spark mentioned, she's going to attempt the final warp. First part's an auto-scroller up through the flames. Wish her luck.
I've never successfully done it damageless though, so I'm a little worried, but we will give it our best shot.
All anybody ever asked for. Just on it, taking out these enemies.
And I took an arrow to the face.
This isn't, I was gonna say this isn't Skyrim, but that was your face. This is retro, baby. Alright, attempt number 2. Back up we go. This should probably be just completely obvious, but I'll say it for those that aren't aware. If you touch the fire, you're dead. Like, you cannot let it catch up with you. Luckily, all these enemies, I believe, are one-hit kills.
Yes, in this one room they are.
Yeah, they definitely went lighter on you there. If the crossbow guys with their standard 3 health, that would have been a bit gross. Yay, got the skip.
So we got the skip and we're on to the auto-scroller boss, Pete.
Awesome stuff. And for such a cool game, I'm not gonna lie, I was extremely disappointed with this final boss. I never got this far, but I remember I watched a friend play growing up, and I was just kind of like, this is really, really slow. But it's, first of all, you lose all of your weapons when you come to this room. As you can see in the top right, Mickey's offensive weapon, the ball bearings, are no longer available. The only means of which you have to hurt him are those that he preserves. First, you'll see with these bed of spikes that you have to make him jump on. He can throw a knife at you, which is very easy to dodge with your crouch. Let him jump. He causes all these stars to fall from the ceiling with a little bed of spikes, which is, of course, his undoing. Gonna land on that. Not sure. I've still always been baffled why he goes the other direction. I'm like, dude, he's behind you. What are you doing? Why are you swinging in that direction?
He's not very bright.
Never was.
I guess so.
Pete's not known for his intelligence.
Good point.
Thud. Alright, on to phase 2, final phase. He brings down the switch for a wrecking ball. I don't know why you need a wrecking ball in the highest point of the castle. Like, what was this doing here? Once again, being his own undoing, he's going to get this stuck in the wall. Before he goes to retrieve it, he's going to get whacked in the face with a wrecking ball, powered by this switch from the almighty Sparkover. And he's just going to essentially loop himself to death. Oof, good dodge there on the stars. That was close.
Yeah, the stars are pretty much in a set pattern, so they only have a few different variations. But sometimes I get caught off guard. But because they give you 4 extra stars in here, at this point you really don't need to worry too much.
I also love how they just give you a ton of safety off the room. Nice of them. In comes the knife.
So I believe this will be the last hit over here.
Time's gonna be once the wrecking ball flies with Pete in the mouth.
And that's it. 24:59. I made estimate.
She was discussing part of this. Like, I hope I meet estimate and beat it by 1 second. What clutch!
Fantastic.
What clutch. I love it. In fact, I'm throwing that out right now. Oh, great stuff from Spark over there. Congrats on your underestimate run of Mickey Mania.
Thank you very much for joining me for the commentary.
Oh, I was glad to do it. I've loved this game for so long. Now I need to go back and beat it, because I haven't even done that yet. I'll probably be asking you for advice about that. Like, Spark, please, tell me what I need to do. Get a nice little end credits roll here of all the characters you see throughout the game. Great stuff. Alright, everybody else, hope you all are enjoying Disney Block. I'm going to lead off there with Mulan as well as Mickey Mania. We're going to move on to some NES stuff. Stick around for Chippendale 1 and 2, as well as DuckTales from the amazing Indie and Infinite Mystery.